when kids get into that in the OHL, that's a good league, man. It's doesn't get any better than that. And to come in as a well, he skipped the first year because he didn't go to the Sioux. But to come in as 17 years old and say, okay, I'm going to dominate this any way that I want to, it's incredible. And then he did that in the NHL.
Yeah,
It was incredible.
they don't come through very often. I mean, we're watching Connor Bernard doing what he's doing out west. It's just sick. Yeah, just insanely good. How the skills of everybody. I mean, we came into camp. We weren't necessarily in shape.
Not the same.
No, it's not the same. Like we didn't have the training, we didn't have the nutrition, we didn't have everything going on. The kids today, the expectations, and I think why they're under a lot more pressure now, is it starts earlier, right? AAA hockey, the expectations are this: they're playing year round, all like just constantly, and they're being fed everything now. In a way, I'm kind of glad that I was kind of sheltered in my little hometown and just allowed to have fun. And my dad, God love him, and rest in peace. He passed away, but his best lesson when I came off the ice and got into the car is, did you have fun today? Yeah. Okay, let's go.
That's exactly what I say to my kid.
Yep, that's it.
To this day.
Well, there you go.
Because and that's such a great thing, because we talk about this constantly, how number one, the kids just can't go out and play. Like, you got to just go play. And then the kids that, and I know people will say, wow, everything you say, it's not the same, but it is. You went and played hockey because you liked it, and you didn't even think about AAA because it wasn't important. If you did that now, people go, you're nuts. You can't ever make it, right? Like, it's all about getting there. But and we talk about that with the parents all the time. It's like you add so much pressure on a kid. So I was aware of that because I've seen how kids, like in this business, I've seen it. I've done it as a player and as a coach. It's like you can just see parents getting right in their head. And part of being mentally tough is being able to forget about stuff. But the number one thing is in hockey, like if even at a pro level, right? When you start putting, and we'll get into the mindset stuff and stuff, but even at a pro level, junior level, you start getting in your head too much, you're done. You're done. You got to be able to have fun. Like, it is actually a fun game. So I've said that to my son all the time. I said, after a game, if he played great, because if you got 3 goals, and if I say you play, what a great game, he remembers I got 3 goals, played a great game.
That's the feedback. Yeah.
If he doesn't get goals, and I go, whatever, say something at all, then the feedback is, okay, didn't score. Okay, I have to perform based on points or whatever. So I just go, you have fun. And when he would say to me, yeah, Dad, that was a great game, why the hell would I say anything else? He thinks he's 8 or 12 years old.
Just let him go.
You had a great game, great. And then, but sometimes he would read like, why, Dad, do you not think so? And I go, oh, no, whatever. And he goes, oh, what is it? So I just don't think you're, and the only thing I would ever say is I think you have better effort.
Well,
and
then I got 2 things on that. When I was in Chicago, Mike Keenan was the coach, and he was tough, very demanding on the young guys, and that's where I was losing confidence. I wasn't having fun playing. We were getting a bag skate, and I just you could read my body language, just like I was just miserable.
He was eating it up, eh?
Oh yeah, he loved it. So Steve Smith comes to me, puts his arm around me, and says, "Benny, says you'll last longer than the coach. Just go have fun out there." I'm like, yeah, okay. And then a couple of months later, he gets fired. But then they bring in Daryl Sutter, and he was even tougher. But there's a career guy, right? Had many years, and his main thing was just go have fun. Just forget about what's happening. Forget about what the coach is telling you. Forget about all the expectation. You got 18, 20,000 people in the stands, whatever's going on. Just go have fun. And now my son, right, talk about, the kids in the game. He's last summer, he's a goalie playing AA for his Thunder team in Halton Hills. He's being recruited by AAA teams. And of course, all the parents know, oh, this is exciting. Your kid's getting, scouted, recruited. They literally often offered him position on the team. Like, you don't have to try out, just we want you on the team. And I'm like, well, what do you want to do? And he goes, I just kind of want to play with my friends. I said, that's great. Then do it. Forget about all this other stuff. If that's what you want to do, then just go and have fun. And as long as he's having fun, he'll keep playing, and he'll want to pursue at some point, because he was only 12. right? So at some point, maybe he makes a decision, this is what I want to do, but I got to let him run his own course. If I force it on him, and then now he's into the mix and he really doesn't want it, well, he's going to quit at
100%.
14, 15 because it's not fun
Or
anymore.
Quit, resent you,
Yeah,
not be the happiest kid.
He's going to have missed out on other things because
Yeah.
of what AAA demands of you.
Yeah.
And to me, it's his life. It's his career or whatever. You know, it's his sport. Do I get nervous when he's in the net? No, not at all, because it's not my game, right? I want him to do well, of course, but a lot of parents, I see them up there and they're reacting like every time there's, the puck's in there, and then they're having a physical reaction because they've actually put themselves in the game as if it's their game. What they need to do is just become a spectator, right? Just cheer. Yep, all's good. Right. Have fun. Yeah. Okay, let's go. Right, and then that's it. Right, take the pressure off of these kids, and then they'll have fun. They'll figure it out. I mean, they're smart enough.
It's like everyone with me. It was like, why don't you coach it? I did it because a couple of the parents were like, please coach.
Mm-hmm.
So I did it when it was appropriate, when he was 8 and 9, 9 and 10.
Yeah.
Way before he went to AAA, and he loved it. So the question I asked him, so this is a different way of taking it from a coach, from a parent, is what I liked what you said about that is that you asked your son. You didn't suggest it.
Nope.
You asked your son, do you want to play AAA? You didn't say, I think you should, because now it changes his thinking, right?
Yep.
And that was what I used to do with the team, as I said, because we were a terrible hockey team, terrible hockey players. Mm-hmm. So we had, I think it was 17 guys try out.
Okay.
Essex, Ontario. There's no one. It's a farm town.
There's your team.
Yeah. So it's like, okay. So I said, okay, I'm going to give you guys a choice. I'm going to coach you guys, and I could do it 2 different ways, or I can blend them or whatever. You guys tell me. Could coach you and we'll have a blast, just have a lot of fun, and or I could coach you and you can learn a little bit about hockey, like a little bit of how to play the game, and I'll push you a little bit here, push you a little bit there. So they all said, we want to be good. I said, okay. So we had a ton of fun, but I was able to push them a little bit. But if I would have went in there as a coach and said, you guys, we're going to start winning games, and they didn't buy in at 10 years old, or do the other things that we're just going to have fun, then everyone's like, well, we want to win too. I want to learn something. So it was the same with my kid when he was coaching him. It's like, it was appropriate at that time, and there was like no pressure, just go have fun. But then when it was like, I didn't want to be my kid's coach. Like, number one,
I coach my girls. I understand. Yeah, it's hard.
It's hard. Different. I just want to watch. I wanted to enjoy watching my freaking kid play hockey, because I was coaching. I'd be like, yeah, teaching a kid something, then, oh, see that goal Charlie got? And I go, no, I didn't.
Yeah, missed.
So I wanted to watch and enjoy it, and there's nothing more than I love to this day, driving up to Guelph like a crazy dad to watch my son experience the freaking awesome experience that we had as players.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people get lost, players, parents, coaches, is that you don't control wins and losses. Like everybody wants to win, and they're so focused on winning. Win. But you don't control whether you win or lose. The only thing you control is the effort that you put in, right? The systems perhaps that the coaches put in, following through on certain things. But it's the general effort, and it's the playing of the game. Then the outcome will determine itself based on how you perform during the game. But yeah, to already be thinking about, okay, we have to win, that's where their mindset goes to, and they start to panic, they start to get nerves. We don't want to make mistakes, and that's where the fear comes in for a lot of these guys. Instead of just, hey, Eric Lindros, let's go out for the next couple of shifts, and this is what we're going to do. The next couple of shifts, let's just go do that. Keep them in the moment throughout the game, and at the end of the game, the results take care of themselves.
Yeah, right on. So let's